The Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know, so often
the Kings leading.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. DeMarcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
On the court for Sacramento, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Then McLemore is out there with McCallum, and it's Gay in at the small forward. Dunn changes for Sacramento. Evans, he's checked in for Landry. And Magician subbed in for McCallum. And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette.
Yep.
Then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk, and 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, he's not the difference makers you'd hope for to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
Paul George in the first year of a 5-year max-level contract extension. Boy, those are big words and mean a lot. You talked about earlier his name on the marquee and how it's big and bright. And, you know, his play last season left no question in a lot of people's mind that he's worth every dollar.
Yeah, there are only about a dozen or so guys that are worthy of max contracts, in my opinion. He's clearly one because he's gotten better every season. He hungers to be great, and he's a tremendous two-way player, potentially a guy who could be Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career.
Pacers trail by 5. Watson kicks to Scola. There's the pick. George passes to Stuckey. Feeds to Watson. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Kings leading now by 3. Now the pass to Caspi. Here's Magician. Evans left side. Now here's McLemore outside. The shot is off, and Indiana will go the other way with it.
And you look at Paul George, other than LeBron James, he might be the top two-way perimeter player in the league.
Stuckey kicks to Scola. Sinks that one from the post. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
And Paul George is a phenomenal athlete, folks. I mean, he does stuff that should look hard and makes it look easy. Never takes a play off defensively and still has the energy to carry the offensive load that he does. That attribute's so underrated. There are very few players that are able to do it the way PG does. And it really is one of the marks of greatness, and he's headed in that direction.
4 on the clock. Stuckey into the lane. Watson for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. Very close, back and forth. And in the end, free throws were the difference.
Now McLemore. Blocked. It'll count.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game. What jumps out to you, stats-wise?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Down low, West and Hibbert. Donald Sloan out there with George Hill. And it's George in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Magician. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland. Dishes it to McCallum. Passes it to Magician. Kings moving the ball around. Shoots the 3. He is hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. In the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burton. Doris, what do you have?
Well, gentlemen, the Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has helped turn this team into a powerhouse. He's had a reputation for positivity, lifting his players up and boosting their confidence. As Paul George put it, coach has no shame in calling you out. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get embarrassed. No one wants that, Kevin.
He'll call you out, Doris, that's for sure. Thanks. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past, from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
Indiana trailing here. Pick by West. Sloan dishes to West. Down low. Here's George. Back to West. Pass to Sloan. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And George Hill, good for three. Hill's got 5.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Magician passes to Gay. The feed to McCallum. Gay against George. 16 feet away. McCallum with the bucket. McCallum's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Hill kicks to Hibbert. Outside, George. And yes, sir, that one drops. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And the Pacers with possession here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
And again, it's Indiana.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 matches. Variety.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. And the Kings also making a change. Landry's checked in.
Well, for Paul George, his leap last season, not just about accentuating his strengths, but also cutting back on the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
He dishes it to Sloan. Deflects the pass. George passes to Hibbert. In low to Scola. 7-foot shot. Again, Indiana.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Pass to McCallum. Gay with it. Last game he had 12. Again, the miss by the Kings. George dishes to Sloan. Back to George. Clock at 6. Tries a 3. Another shot, and the bucket is good from Hibbert indeed. Now it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par. Well, a dangerous trend here, guys, because they're starting to live and die with the outside jumper.
Yeah, you don't want to always do drive-through. Every now and then you got to go inside to eat. Pump fake, draw contact, and get to the foul line.
54 seconds left now here in the second, and stolen by Scola. 3-on-3. It's back to Hill. Here's Sloan. Lets it go from 11. Landry grabs the miss. McCallum, the pass to Magician. Kicks to Cousins. Got a piece of it. The dish to Hill. It's blocked. But they get it back. Feeds it to George. And the pass to Hill. Another shot. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Cousins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the middle. Here's Sloan. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far.
So we've reached the end of...
Okay, guys, let's talk about that first half. We've given this crowd way too much to cheer about. The second half is...
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Take a look at what Magician's done. He has 8 points.
Gola comes in for West. Sacramento making some changes. On the court for Sacramento. Magician in at point guard. Caspi is out there at Thompson. Then there's Ryan Hollins. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. Stuckey drives inside. Here's Scola. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And the Pacers lead by 14.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
A 3 ball. Stauskas with the bucket.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
And here is Hill. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. You know, Clark.
Guys, Paul George standing.